Good evening. Hey guys, thank you for coming over. I'm saying good evening because I'm taping this in the evening, but hello. Thank you for coming over to the second episode of That Girl Casey. I want to get right into it. I don't want to make this video too long because I'm going to be mindful of everybody's time, and I thank anybody who's watching this. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with a quote, and I found this quote online, and I've heard people say this, and it's true. It's a simple one. You guys probably heard it already. It's from Gandhi, and it's, "You must be the change you wish to see in this world, in the world." And so that says a lot in itself. I mean, it's pretty straight to the point. We can always pick out what others are doing, but we should have insight to how we can be better ourselves. The insight that I'm trying to have is I'm going to want to be more patient, maybe definitely more patient. Slow to respond, more quick to listen, that type of thing. So just a little background, just a little background about me. My name is Casey, like I said. I'm 37 years old. I live in the Philadelphia area. I'm a registered nurse, and my lifelong dream was to be a prosecutor, and here I am today, a registered nurse. So I guess it works out. So I still get to talk. I'm still advocating for somebody. It's just patience. And so I am of Haitian descent. I speak Creole. Je parle Creole. Je mange haïtien. La maman me fait manger. Moi aime musique haïtienne. So I just said that I speak Creole. I love to eat Haitian food when my mom cooks it. And so that's a little bit about me. I've lived in different places. Like, I was born in Brooklyn, and then I lived in Florida for a while. I did like elementary school in Florida, and that was like really fun, great experience. And then we moved back up north to Philly. I lived in Jersey for a little bit. I was a waitress in Jersey at Hula Hands. That was a very good experience too. So, and then I ended up coming back to Philly on my own as an adult, because it was cost efficient for me. So, and I like Philly. I do. Just sometimes Philly has like a lot going on with like drama and crime and stuff like that. But I do like Philly. I do. So and like I said, that's a little bit about me. I'm a Gemini. So Geminis, everybody say, oh, you guys are two-faced. No, I'm not two-faced. I'm loyal to the people that I care about. I don't think it's two-faced. I think that Geminis are like, one minute we're like loud talking and all excited, and the next minute we're just quiet and we don't want to be bothered. So I think that we have split personalities, but I don't think it's anything bad at all. So, and it's like, that stuff is kind of fun, like astrology stuff or whatever. I'm a 7 Days Adventist. 7 Days Adventist is people who go to church on Saturdays. We do follow the 10 Commandments, and we do believe in the Trinity. And then also we do believe that like Jesus is God's son. It's just kind of like being Jewish, but is that we believe that Jesus Christ is God's son. So that's just like a little bit about me. And not to get all religious, but I do like my religion, being 7 Days Adventist. Like, I like the fact that it was a foundation for me as a child, and I understand why. I understand it. So by understanding it, I'm able to follow it the best that I can. And it just is a practice that helps me get closer to God. So at the end of the day, I just feel like having God as a foundation, how you do it, having God as a foundation is very important. It's important to me. I think it is important to have that kind of foundation, especially in the kind of times that are out here. Sometimes with all the confusion, it, for me, makes sense out of confusion. So a little bit about me. So why I wanted to do this segment is because the reason why I decided to do this is because, like I said, it's a good way to express my thoughts without being so aggressive and in your face. Sometimes people post things and they don't realize, like, I've noticed that people are coming off of Facebook. I definitely have noticed that. So, and probably because of everything that's going on out here. There's so many different headlines. So I've noticed that people have come off, and I don't blame them, and I understand why. So that's why I try not to take all my thoughts and expressions on Facebook anymore. I might comment on a couple of like things, but I understand sometimes it's a lot. So I want to make it clear though, this show is about just relax, like fun, just conversation, dialogue. This isn't me forcing my opinions on people. This isn't me saying you're wrong and I'm right. No, this is me talking and you guys comment, and I respect all point of views because that's what this nation is made of, different point of views, different people. So, excuse me, we don't all think alike, and that's okay. So that's the beauty of, supposed to be the beauty of America, is different people, and that's okay that we don't all think alike, as long as nobody's trying to hurt anybody. So dialogue is important, and I feel like now there's not as much dialogue out here, especially in social media. There's more of like in your face, and this is the only thing that's accepted, and that's it. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Comment below if that's not what you see, but it's just been what I've been seeing. So I felt like a place like this, if you want to hear what my opinions or thoughts, if you want to share your thoughts, we could do that here, kind of away from, you know, just a choice, a place of choice, where if you want to hear about this thing or talk about this or whatever, or anything, you could choose to come on this channel and listen. And it's not going to be just me going off and just talking the whole time about the same thing, about the politics and arguing and blah, 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 blah. No, this is like, for me, what I want it to feel like is that we're all sitting on a table. We're all sitting at the table, not on the table, and we're all just talking, and like I'm talking to y'all, like, yo, this is like, I made this new meal. What do you guys think? I followed this recipe and I was able to do this thing. You like it? Or hey, there's a new restaurant that opened up. I liked it. I tried this. It's always food. Anyway, but so I tried this restaurant, and you know, this is what I think of it. What do y'all think? You know, have you heard about it or whatever? Or hey, there's this movie that came out, and this is my review. This is what I think about this movie. What do you think? And then just, oh, by the way, did y'all hear what happened in the news today? Oh, well, I heard it was this way. Well, no, actually, you know, this is actually the truth right here. So this is the facts right here. And how do you feel about that? Like that. I want it to be flowy, like conversation, not a bunch of like wagging fingers or, you know, a bunch of just me talking and talking and talking about the same thing. So, and again, facts. I want to always, if I bring news to y'all, I will always show you where I get it from and that it's factual. I'm not here to spread lies. One day I'll make an episode about why I decide, like how I feel about media and the way media portrays things. That, if I start talking about it, it's going to make this video way too long. But that is also an inspiration of why I decided to come here and just sit at my couch and just do this and simply talk about things that are going on without the hype. So, but again, like I said, I'm going to make this fun. And just while we're making it fun, so you guys, I did make this little backdrop here. I wanted to make something that was more like inviting, like a little cozy little area to start. As time goes on, I'll be revamping and doing different things. I think I'm going to try to make it a little bigger because I can see like where I need more flowers and more vines. This was not hard to make. The stuff I got it from I got this stuff from Amazon. The vines, I got 2 packs of vines. They were $12 each, so like $24. Really, I went like ham and like bought like a bunch of like fake flowers. So I spent the extra $50 on fake flowers, but an extra 20 on fake flowers actually would be fine. Would be enough flowers if somebody wanted to do this. And then the hooks, they were like $9 a pack. I only got 1 pack. Altogether, this could cost somebody about $40. I saw something like this on Pinterest, and it was for me to get the panels of it already done, it would have been somewhere like $500. That's a bit much. Nobody's trying to spend $500 on that. on something, even though it was beautiful, it definitely was. But right now, everybody's trying to be cost efficient. Like, nobody has $500 for that. Okay? If I had $500, it'd be to go on vacation, but not for the backdrop. But I do like how it came out, and it wasn't hard for me to do, especially somebody like me. I'm not good with DIY type stuff, so this wasn't bad to do at all. So I figured I would make a little video, like, so y'all could see me putting it together. I did make a little video. I'm hoping editing and everything comes out correct with what I'm doing here. So right now, the next segment should be, we're about to watch this video. The video will be in a fast-paced motion. I'm gonna speed it up so it won't last too long. As far as like, the whole thing took me probably 40 minutes to do it. I would not make y'all watch a 40-minute video of me putting this together, but maybe we can just fast forward it and make it like 3 minutes. I'm hoping everything goes right with editing. This is raw, this is real, this is my second episode. This is something new. You might see me a little nervous. I'm not sure with all the technology and all that yet, but as time goes on, it'll get better. I promise it will get better. It'll get better, because I'm really thankful to anybody who watches this. Okay, so all right, now we're gonna watch a video of me putting the backdrop together. Okay, all right. Okay, y'all. So this is me. I already had put everything hooked on. This video, like I said, I wanted to try to keep it at 2 minutes. So the hooks I got from Amazon, and you wipe your walls down first with like the alcohol, just to make sure that they stick appropriately. You're supposed to let them dry for like 10 minutes, but I didn't. I just started going ahead, and what you see is one of the hooks obviously fell, and that's why I've had to re-put it back on. I'll replace it on the wall. So anyway, I had gotten 2 packs of vines, like I said, and that's what I'm doing there. I opened up the vines out of the packaging, and I had to untangle them first before placing them on. I had some vines left over from a party that I had decorated my cousin's baby shower. I decorated, so I had some vines left over from that, so that was cool too. So I was able to add more vines and try to like fill everything in. So first, like, I started each hook, I added a vine to each hook, and like, this video will jump ahead a little bit, but you'll see that's what I'm doing. I'm adding the vines, and then I went back, I'm detangling. I was getting frustrated. If you hear me, if you see my mouth moving, I'm probably saying like this ish is getting frustrating or whatever. So anyway, I was going back and trying to thicken up the wall. So I just added more. And then as I was adding more, I wasn't just putting it on like one hook. I was like adding it to, like, I would put them on 2 hooks. So just to have them like be more sturdy on there, and like hide the hooks too, so it didn't look like too much of a uniform look. So, and I was trying to have fun with it. I was like dancing and singing to myself and everything, and I'm talking trash a little bit too. So I was trying to have a good time, and I did have fun. It was fun to put that together. So, and that's still me again, talking trash and putting this together. And yeah, so it was a good time. It wasn't bad. And then the video really is of me putting this vine together, and I just twisted the flowers, but I don't have a video of me like actually putting the flowers in and twist them. See, there I go dancing. Anyway, thank you for watching this, of me putting this together. All right. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope everything came out right. But so yeah, that was me doing that. And like I said, I did like the way it came out. So I thought it was pretty cool doing that. And I just wanted to make all this not be an eyesore for you guys too. So yeah. So now we're gonna move on to some quick current events. And of course, this week we had big current event, and that current event was the inauguration. So, of course, we said bye to our 45th president, Donald Trump. Excuse me, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. So we said bye to Donald Trump. There he is leaving, 45th president. We said bye. And we said hello to President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Kamala, excuse me. I had a hiccup. So we have a new administration, and we can get into how we felt about the last administration in maybe next videos. We can get like deeper in, but I understand that the last administration, the last president was not a fan favorite of a lot of people, and I think that a lot had to do with the way he presented himself, maybe the way he spoke. It was too harsh, too aggressive. Sorry, that was my water bottle. Maybe it was too harsh, it was too aggressive, and I can understand that because you are presenting yourself to the American people, to the whole nation. So you have to be a certain way because, you're responsible for the United States of America. So you really do have to appeal to everybody. You do. So I get it. And there's a way to say certain things. And I can understand how that might have been like an issue for some people. And I think that by the way he spoke, that unfortunately a lot of his real messages got lost in all of the, I think the real messages that he was trying to put out there got lost in the big, robust character of Donald Trump. When I make an episode about media, I will also explain that too, what their part in it. But I can say I understand why somebody would not be too. I can understand why people just didn't like the way he presented himself. I can get it. For me, I did like the policies. I did like the peace treaties. I liked. He gave more money to he gave more money to HBCUs than any other president. This is a fact. There was just certain things I like, bringing back manufacturing. I did think that he was for trying to do things for the country, but that's just a very small amount of. And the First Step Act with there's people who are in prison doing life in prison due to crime bills that were put out there in the past that are doing life for things like drug trafficking, money trafficking, and it's like that's life in prison for that. Like, we're not talking about like blood on your hands of murdering somebody. We're talking about trafficking. Of course, you do a crime, you should do the time. I just don't think that life in prison for money laundering, that's what it is. Money laundering is needed. So far be it from me. Excuse me, my lighting just did something, but I'm gonna actually let that go off. So I mean that's how I feel. Like, I think that's a bit much. Anyway, so with the First Step Back, a lot of people were able to be reunited with their families who thought that they were going to die in jail. So there were certain things that I saw that I did like, but again, all points are respected. I mean, this is a nation. Not everybody is. That's why we vote. That's why we vote a new president every 4 years. And this time around, President Joe Biden and then Vice President Kamala Harris, this is the new administration. And we pray that they will do the right things for this nation. We can pray for their success because we all live here. We all live here, so it doesn't make sense not to pray for their success. It doesn't make sense to wish them bad luck, because that doesn't make sense. Because what you're saying is that you wish the boat would sink, but you're still on the boat. So that don't make no sense, right? So yeah. So we wish them luck, and running a nation is not easy. So we'll see. As time goes on, though, I will talk about some of the changes that are being made. Because one thing I did learn from last year and from the last administration that left, paying attention to what's going on out here with your own eyes is important. It's hard to do because you don't have time to go back, and it's a lot. We're busy. We've got a lot going on. So it's hard to keep up with all the changes, but there are some changes that when they are made, like now and in the past, like when they have been made or when they will be made, we should know about them, and we should realize like this is happening because we live here, so we should know about them. So, and I will say that we do need to pay a lot more attention to like our local elections too, which again, hard to do. I will be looking at those, like when we are having like local elections, on, what district, like the best I can do, because informative information, it's just informative information. I mean, that's saying the same thing twice, but it's important to just to know what's going on in your area. Listen, especially like people with children, voting superintendents, I think they get voted in. I don't pretend to know everything, but the more I find out, the more I'll talk to you guys about it. But these things are important. Our councilmen, like, what, we need to know these things. So, but as we're being serious, another thing though that did come out of that inauguration of our new administration that day was our lovely Bernie memes. I love it. Yes, this could have been an email. Yes, these memes, I cannot get enough of Bernie Sanders. Like, I can't. Like, I usually get tired of the same memes going on and on, but I think that we could do this for like a month. Like, this is hilarious. Like, I think this is you know what? This is 2020 summed up in one person. I think this is really like, just like, what next? Come on. All right, come with it. So this is it. It's there. I'm sorry. I keep showing y'all because like it's hilarious. Like, I'm sure I've had family members that I've seen just have this look. Like, this is hilarious. It really is. Full disclosure, when I get better with this, like, I won't have the papers like it's back in the day, like 1930s here. I'll like have it where my laptop could connect, and then I'll be able to like pull stuff up or whatever. I'm working on all this, so all the technology will be better. I'm gonna give y'all like a real segment, like, cause again, I can't thank you guys enough for coming around. So just wanna keep it moving kind of fast because we're already at 20 minutes here, and actually it'll be about like 22 minutes by now. So just want to make it kind of fast. Real quick, wanted to talk about this. So of course COVID is a topic, and it will be a topic for a long time. Any education I can give, I want to give it, because because if you don't know it, how you're going to make decisions, it's a lot of stuff we don't know. So because I feel like this thing is a public health issue, and I'm sorry, I say this a few times. The questions that I get when my job right now, I talk to people who have tested positive, and I talk to them about like different things, and I feel like the questions that I get, I'm like, yo man, it's 9 months later, and people are asking certain questions that we should already know the answers to. That's not me coming for them, but clearly we're not doing good enough of getting the full information out. The information has stopped the spread, but people have other questions. What happens when they get it? How should they take care of themselves? How should they take care of their families? What should they do in the house? All that. So I think as far as like, again, something like what should you do when you get it and all that, that could be a whole episode in itself. But I did want to talk about this, testing. I want to make it very clear, everything I get, I'm always going to show you where I got it from. This is the Pennsylvania Department of Health, HAN, which the HAN stands for Health Advisory Network. And this is talking about people who test positive for SARS-CoV-2 do not need to repeat a test for at least 3 months. The reason, and this is the HAN, this HAN is HAN 527, but I believe it's even in HAN 532. You could pull this up on the Pennsylvania Department of Health website. The reason I bring this up is because I hear people say, yeah, well, my job told me I can't come back until I have a negative test. That's insane, because the point of why you should not be retested in 3 months is because you could continuously come up positive for 3 more months. Okay. This isn't me making this up. This is Department of Health. I mean, it just doesn't get any more this from the CDC. So these are organizations. This is not misinformation at all. Okay, YouTube? This is not the misinformation. A lot of you people may already know this. A lot of people watching this may already know this, but a lot of people don't. So if not even just a job, like if a person tests positive this week, so for the next 90 days, they should not be tested again. So nobody should require a negative test to do a certain thing after they tested positive, or proof that they're better. No. Once you have tested positive and once you're outside of your quarantine days, which is 10 days, and you are symptom free, you are now free to do what you need to do. So requesting a negative test from somebody who's already tested positive is you just tying their hands up. I mean, it's not right. So, and maybe the people who are asking for this don't know that, but I've heard that said to me, like, oh, I need to have a negative test in order to do X, Y, and Z. Which brings me to travel restrictions. I don't understand why they're saying that people need negative tests in order to come back and come in and out. No, like, so what are you saying? So then if I have COVID this month, I can't leave the country or go somewhere for the next 3 months because I possibly could test positive again. I got to get the full details on that, because that does not make sense to require such a thing. But I will speak on it more when I get the full details on it. So I just wanted to put that out there as far as information. I have a lot more information about this thing, but again, any information I give you will always come from a source, a credible source that you can go back and you can get it yourself. It's not me making this up, okay? Because my responsibility that when I give facts is that they're real facts, okay? And so we had that, and like I said, I'm like shortening this because when I did this video originally, it was like 45 minutes long. I was like, nah. I said, they're not ready for 45 minutes long. I'm like, this is like episode 2. Like, maybe like I'm saying episode 300 and something. They, they'll be like, well, we want more. But like, not in one episode. That's a lot. So I'm getting ready to wrap up. With this, and a lot of things that I didn't talk about in this video, I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to make more videos. And they'll come faster than this one. It won't be like, in 2 weeks, because it took me a while to make this one because I had to get the stuff for the backdrop. So, there'll be more videos coming faster. So if anybody's interested, so to end off, how about we end off with this? This week, find something to give yourself credit for. And even if it's something small, like, I made a good salad. There we go with the food again, right? It's like, so, but I made a good salad. I'm proud of myself for that. Or I got up and I made the bed this morning. I'm proud of myself for that. Like I said, I thank God for everything, but give yourself credit for stuff. Just when I say give yourself credit, is like, as adults, we go with the daily routine and we do what's expected of us, and we must do it because it's expected, which is true, because as an adult, you should carry yourself like an adult. But that doesn't mean that it's not hard sometimes, or that it doesn't get monotonous or tiring, or, oh my God, or overwhelming. It's like, as soon as I wake up, it's a decision that needs to be made. Oh my goodness. So I think that we forget to say, I think that we forget to say to ourselves, like, yo, you did good today when you X, Y, Z. Like I said, when you made that bet, or when you organized your files, or, or just anything, even something small, because it's not, to me, that you gassing yourself up or like getting hype off of all this, like, oh, well, I did this and I did that and I should get all the recognition. No, but it's okay sometimes to be proud of the fact that you got your kids dressed to go somewhere. If they're going to school hybrid, like, I got my kids dressed and out the house on time, or I was able to, help my child with this math homework, or I was able, or I was able to just anything. Like I said, make the bed, or, or I was able to get on the treadmill for 15 minutes and not be exhausted. Like, anything. I keep trying to come up with examples, and it's making it like prolong and probably like getting tiring to keep hearing me try to come up with these examples. But y'all know what I mean. We need to take time out and be thankful for everything that we are able to do, and say, I'm proud of myself that I did do XYZ. Because I believe that to be like a healthy thing. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, I'll be making more segments on actual topics because for me to jam everything together, it would take too long. I thank anybody who has watched this video. They will get better. They will get more substance. But comment below. Tell me how you think I could be better. Tell me what you want to talk about. Tell me how you feel about the things that I talked about. Just tell me anything. But because everything is welcomed, y'all opinions, dialogue. Again, I thank you guys for coming through to my little area, to That Girl Casey, and we'll be talking again. I'll be seeing you guys again, and sooner. And you guys have a good rest of the day. Have an awesome week. Conquer it all. You guys got this. All right. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.